All right. Good morning, cyber traders. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. Good to see you all. Brian, Nabal, good to see you. Jas, everyone, welcome back. Good to be back again. It is, we just finished the on-site class yesterday, and let me tell you, it was probably one of the better on-site classes we've done in a very, very long time. I know we have some people still traveling, but the staff is back here 100%. So, looking really forward. We had some really, really, really good examples, great lessons. And I know we had the webcast also for some of you that came to see us that if you couldn't make it on site. But what a great class. We had some great examples. Yesterday was absolutely fabulous. We had some great trades that we've done. We had a great short in the SMCI. We did some trades in NVIDIA, and we saw that ABVE. We're going to talk a little bit about them. But and by the way, if you missed it, you could always go back to the recording because they all been archived. So plus we had some great speakers. We had Kathy Lynn that was there talking about her strategy. It was great that she came out. She just flew from she did a big speaking in Dubai, and then from Dubai she went to what was it in Florida? Where was it? In Boca. And then she came specifically to come down and make our on-site. So we'd like to give a good, nice shout out for her to make it out there. And from BK Traders. And we had Bookmap also yesterday too that came out. And everyone just loved to hear all the good stuff on it. Trade Station was there too, did a presentation. So once again, great on-site. So if you wanted to come back, we are planning to do one maybe in Orlando, or we're going to be coming with a spring one. So we'll let all you guys know if you want to make it out for those upcoming events too. So definitely make it if you can. Anyway, let's go over Alicia. Good to see you too. Wow, Alicia's there. Look at that, bright and early there after being an on-site. So it looks like some of you made it there. Joe, I see you here back. Good. It's good to see you all. Anyway, let's go over some of the things that we're moving, and then we're going to go through the watch list. The market right now, we got a nice little pop in the market. We're up about 196 points on the Dow. So a couple of good stocks. Again, a lot of good green going on. I am a big fan of AMD. I'm a little ticked off. I wanted to buy it yesterday, but it's always kind of hard to kind of like strategize and trade when you're teaching. But you know what? AMD, I just want to bring this up really quick because this stock has a gorgeous Fausto flag. This is that big news that came out with all the money they made at 170. And is it too late? You know what? You know when it's too late? Well, we'll cover that in class too. But I don't know. I don't think it's too late with AMD. When stocks break all-time highs, when they break through the ceiling, you know what happens when you break through a ceiling? It's not. I'm sorry. It's not a ceiling when you break the roof. There's a ceiling and there's a roof. When you break through a roof of a building, there's nothing. You just open skies. So we know how the stocks like that just keep breaking out. So put the AMD on your watch list. And we know there is a lot of ETFs out there, cheaper ones, derivatives that you could trade on it too. So you don't have to go out there and tie up $240 on a stock. Anyway, let's talk about some of the great trades that we did yesterday. For some of you that missed out, the SMCI was a great trade. We made a lot. We saw great resistance levels on that. We saw great support levels. We took a really good loss. People are like, what the hell does that mean? Yeah, what happened was we had a great loss on this stock right here. We took a 10-cent loss. And if we didn't get out on that, you could see it could have been a $2, $3 loss. So, you know, it's always, we saw big iceberg orders. We saw resistance levels, big support levels with big orders out there. It was a great example. We saw orders get filled. So if you get an opportunity to watch the morning of the on-site, definitely check out the SMCI. It was probably one of the better educational stocks that we traded. We also did well on, we made about $1 on that trade too. So that was a really nice trade. Also a couple other stocks. We had the NVIDIA, NVDI, that one been hovering here for a while. You know, nice little move in the morning. NVIDIA is holding pretty strong here. You know what? It's got this big, if you remember on Tuesday, we traded, it was at 180, a lot of support levels out there. Didn't really go up that much, you know what I mean? But putting NVIDIA back on the watch list, NVDA, because NVIDIA looks pretty good because maybe it has something to do with what's going on AMD. All right. So remember, they're like big competitors. What else that we had that moved pretty well with that? Tesla, TSLA. So Tesla finally, what a crazy stock. So they had earnings on Wednesday. So you saw the earnings come out here. They weren't expected as much as they wanted, even though they did make money. And the stock went all the way down here to 415. Look at the move on that stock. So it was down about $20. And from 415, it shot literally almost $30 over the course of the day. Great rally, great pop up. I own a lot of it. Okay. I own a lot of the stock. So big resistance here on this stock right here around the 450. And I'm going to bring over here level 4. I'm going to show you what we got going on right now. Remember, this is all pre-market. Okay. The orders are not even out there. Program trading didn't even kick in yet. So 450 right there. You can see it. There's only 30,000, but we know that's going to go up by 10 times when the market opens up. So if we can get past this 450 to 460, I mean, we could be off to a really nice race on that Tesla trade. So really excited about that one. We're putting Tesla on the watch list, TSLA. So we got some good moves there. All right, what else we got? Some other inexpensive ones that did pretty well. We had this RR that did really well yesterday. We had the Serve, SRV, also another very inexpensive stock that did really well. And we also had a couple of other ones, ABVE, right? Is that one? Yeah. ABEV moved up really nice, very inexpensive stock, kind of on the slow side. We did really well with this stock too yesterday for on-site too. Nice move right here on this pop right here. I know that was a great call from Josh on that stock on ABEV. And then it had a really nice move going into the last, right into the close. You can see here, last 15 minutes ran from 480, popped all the way up to about 520. Very cheap, great percentage-wise. Might even be a good swing trade too. I'm going to put this back on the watch list because she is still strong. Okay. ABVE. And then what else we got? SCNX. Yeah, that was another one that was great in the afternoon hours. That stock, what a great run up. We did really well with this one too. Ran from $1.50 all the way to a whopping into the after hours to $3 a share. That was fabulous. That was probably our best trade going into the close yesterday. All right, now we're going to trade it now. No more. We're done with this one. Scratch. Okay. Now let's go through the watch list. Todd, ZS Todd, let's go check that out. We're gonna, yeah, that one. It's a little expensive, but that's a good one, Todd, because it is breaking all-time highs. But the problem with this one, spread's kind of ugly. Okay, so even though it's up pretty big, but I will put that on there. I know some people here, if you're a little bit more on the can afford stocks like this could be a good one. But let's start with something a little bit more on the small cap, and we'll trade the big cap. We got a lot of big caps on here. We got AMD, we got NVIDIA, Tesla, ABVE. They still look pretty strong, especially the AMD. And by the way, AMD does got a Y. Okay, so they do have a high yield. $8 to about 10. I think this paid about 130% dividend. I think this one actually paid. All right, big percentage gainers. Go check them out. So biggest one we got right now is this GNTA. Forget about it. Stock went from 45, came back to 11. This thing is like, I don't know, definitely a crack stock right there. I will probably stay away from it. Don't excuse my French, but sometimes they are pretty crazy stocks. INBX, very inexpensive stocks up over almost 100%. Nice little push, making a little bit of Fausto flag right here. You can see it's a $20 stock. I'll put this on the watch list. INBX. The only thing I'm concerned about is the spread. Spread looks like category 5. Okay. QLGN, nice spread, nice volume. She's going down though from when she started this morning. So I'll put this on the B list. QUGN. NEUP, nice push. I think I got a level 4 on this one too. And we'll look at this one right here. We got a big order right here, hovering right around $6. A little cheap right here. Nice little move. Trading at that highs right there. See what happens when it opens up. But not a bad looking stock. The stock you could see got destroyed. Was at 15, came all the way back down. I don't know. Maybe the stock is making a comeback. Maybe the news that came out, it wasn't as bad as they thought. So NEUP, writing this one down. So we're at 43%. This one, garbage. Stay away from it. OKLO, this is the ETF. So that means that if this is moving, that means this nuclear stock is moving. The stock took a very big hit, almost down 50% from the highs. But listen, the stock is extremely volatile. We were big fans. If you've been watching our videos on Instagram, TikTok, we were big fans of all nuclear stocks. You had this one. You also had SMR. I got out of SMR right around 53 when back here, but I might jump back in. You know what? It was a pretty good buy, probably around the 34, it looks like, a couple of days ago. Big run up on them. So keep an eye on the nuclear stocks. OKLO and the SMR. There's a few other ones out there. Renee is another one too. A couple of those old nuclear stocks. So, but if you can't afford them, you always could trade the ETFs, the 2X on them. What else we have going on here? These are all garbage. All right. So listen, Beyond Meat, okay, was our biggest winner of the week on this stock. Stay away from it. We've been trading the stock all the way down here, down at the bottom. I was done with that stock on this day right here. You know, yes, it went to $7. Don't worry about it. Scratch, get out of it, move on. All right. Michael, you made $3 on the short on INBX. There you go. All right. Congratulations, Michael. Very nice. Let me see what that one looks like. INBX. Yep. Nice little trade right there. Very good for you. All right. Let's go look on the losers list to see what's going on. This stock is obviously on the losers because it was the biggest winner of the day. One of the biggest winners. The stock's about 24%. No, I'm not interested in any of these stocks. So right away, nothing going on in the big losers list. No good shorts. We are getting a couple of the, SBTX. Okay. So we're getting the quantum stocks. Looks like they're moving this morning again. Keep an eye on the quantum stocks. Okay. But this one, my God, is this a split right here? Yeah, definitely a split. What we got here? IRE. What else we got? That's pretty. IREX. Nothing really there. SMR is the ETF of SMR. You can see SMR took a really big hit here from right around 40. You can see how volatile these ETFs get, but this one looks pretty good. I like the SMR. SMU. I like that one. Okay. What else we got? SL, no good here. And got a couple of crushes right here. Medical stock. We know they don't come back. Look at that, down almost 70%. My God, that got hammered. DEC got hammered. These are all our earnings announcements. This was an earnings announcement. Not very good for DEC. And that pretty much does it. All right. So we got Intel also had good earnings yesterday too. We talked about that one too. All right. Got a nice little pop right there. That was a good swing trade. I talked about that yesterday in onsite. I bought it right around here. Once this news came out when the U.S. government bought into it, I'm like, you know what? It's a good buy. I've been a big fan. I mean, it was down here to 17. The stock's been doing great since August. Has nonstop. You got to go back a few years to kind of find resistance levels on Intel. But you know what? What a hell of a run on Intel. Great run up. And just when you thought like you got, what's the video doing? What's the video doing? What about Intel? Okay. This stock I knew for a long time has been it was going to eventually move. You know, I met a lot of the people that work for Intel at NASDAQ. I was doing the speaking there and they were doing a presentation too with Adobe. And I was telling Intel, I'm like, what are you guys doing? You were the godfather of this. How do you let NVIDIA outbeat you? How do you let AMD outbeat you? And they're like, I know. Finally, they got rid of their CEO. And then they changed things up around. They went partners with the U.S. government and it looks like doing great. All right, a couple of other ones before we leave. Todd said, could you check out the MDCX? Yeah, garbage. No. Stock's not doing anything. Scratch. Unless you know something I don't, I'm not interested. No action, no volume, no nothing. All right. All right, guys. So I got a pretty good list here. Remember, today is Friday. All right. So do not get too cocky. Don't get too greedy. We always find something new that will pop up out there. If you're watching on social media, if you want to come join our trading floor, here's the QR code for you guys just to get in there. Just take your phone, scan that QR code, and we'll get you in our trading floor. I know I got a couple of calls with you guys today, traders. So listen, we're back, here in 100% form right now. Staff's all back together. On-site's over. If you want to find out more about the new ones that are coming up, we will be sending out some emails on it. Next week, I do got phase 3 that's coming up too. So it's going to be a busy week next week with classes. But so far, it's been a really fun October. Got the month's almost over. And what's nice about next week, the last day of the pay period does end on a Friday. Okay, so that's a pretty good one. All right, guys, let's get ready for the market opened up. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on social media, like I said, take your phone, scan the QR code. We're here all day. Commentary. Come and join us. All right. See you in a little bit, everyone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.